bi ñu rekki na gar mi day waaj waa fan la fii la ci qualité Getzner and moo bi lan la seetal Getzner yaa ngi nii borode yaa ngi nii mu ne déedéet borode jigéen rek di ko sol damay indi borode jigéen indi borode góor laaw la cat kii daal ne na xam nga lu muy bañ ñoo dugg ci bitig bi ne nangam lay ut ñu ne amut lépp lu jigéen di soxla rek mu ngi ci bitig bii rawat na nag tubaarikàlla scrub yi nga xam ne moo xew si jamono ndax nee na buggatul benn yaram yàqu scrub yaa ngi nii body scrub yi face scrub yaa ngi day and night loo bugg rek ci jigéen mu ngi ci bitig bii cuuraay yaa ngi fi house spray yaa ngi fi waaye foundation yi ana powder yi qualité Getzner fii nag la am ci Westfield qualité Getzner nëbuwul maa ngi ni kuy nëbbatu du ko wax mu ngi ne fanga ca kaw nag koolat 753 4495 25 00 124 ñaari nomba yi boo ci oo ñu uyu la xale yaa ngi fi koo laaj mu waxal la qualité Getzner and more.
rek ñu dugga maa ngi si sa Facebook bi at some point yaa ngi defal vote for UDP. lan moo waraloon loolu.
waaw li taxoon ma def loolu man awma political party man independent la but xam nga ñun man dama nekkoon si ron di call and man
si ron di call
meaning di call pour try pour lobby for votes for Halifa Sallah ñu indi ñoo xam ne xamuñ dara
comme ñan
Sidi Ndiaye man Sidi Ndiaye su ma ko gisee suma xol bi daf dee tàng not ne dama ko bañ as an individual but this is a guy koo xam ne almost brought war to Gambia.
si naka.
impasse bi sorry moom moo Fabakary Tombong Jatta ñoo ko fi start lobby for votes for Halifa Sallah like now that guy growing up yaa ngi gis ne policy sami da tey change ut he is one of the most outstanding politicians yoo xam ne moom message am musta change so yooyu because they had the opportunity like any other minister you gain a resign they had the opportunity Sidi Ndiaye was a minister for 4 days Sidi Ndiaye nañu won based on lim def lan nga fi mun a def pour motivate xale yi they are all in it for themselves but for development to happen in this country man I believe ne change has to happen man li nit ñi de wax comme ne UDP dañ bari affaire ak yooyu man I didn't care I just wanted interruption after Doi I believe the only way we could have interrupted UDP because I looked at the numbers it was not there for Doi Magis obviously based on the crowd the UDP had it and if we have to stop Adama Barrow we had to stop him through UDP and that was the reason why I endorsed them.
mbokk yi suñ gàmmu gi tombeek on the 18 March 2023 di guddi gu mag guddi gu rëy guddi goo xam ne mooy guddi sayyiduna Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ku lay woo ci mbaax mbokk mi fexeel wuyu si ko ci mbaax ñu di ci ànd ak suñ special guest yi imam Thierno Aliou Maska di imam ratib bu Banjul imam Murtala Diop ca Bakaw Serigne Mor Jamosi Meyo Talib Ahmed Bensu
Banjul. Today he's excited to see for himself
mbokk yi suñ gàmmu gi tombeek on the 18 March 2023 di guddi gu mag guddi gu rëy guddi goo xam ne mooy guddi sayyiduna Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ku lay woo ci mbaax mbokk mi
in this factory at the outskirts of
mbokk yi suñ gàmmu gi tombeek on the 18 March 2023 di guddi gu mag guddi gu rëy guddi goo xam ne mooy guddi sayyiduna Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ku lay woo ci mbaax mbokk mi fexeel wuyu si ko ci mbaax ñu di ci ànd ak suñ special guest yi imam Thierno Aliou Maska di imam ratib bu Banjul imam Murtala Diop ca Bakaw Serigne Mor Jamosi Meyo Talib.
massive fire outbreak, which believed to have started in the early hours of Tuesday, has consumed a lot of valuables in this factory at the outskirts of Banjul. Today, he's excited to see for himself what the fire has caused. Since yesterday, the fire and rescue service have been on the ground Aissatou Koli, Gambian Talents TV. As you're seeing on your screen, His Excellency President Adama Barrow is arriving here at Rose. We are now seeing the His Excellency President Adama Barrow here. We have the unfortunate fire outbreak of Nasser factory and manufacturing here on the outskirts of Banjul, precisely Barrow. As you're seeing, His Excellency President Adama Barrow is now arriving here to actually have first-hand information. So, little Mari Njulela mi wego njibe kanyen tambena kabrin kunu njibe Najeko Dimbaba to kabin the early hours of Tuesday. Dimbaba to Jamia Alonko Adan or Dantala. So His Excellency President Adama Barrow kabrin Ninkata Kulna Yantkanalim Bari Inata Foko Dulaning Abenyamin President of the Fatalanola but B and Najeko His Excellency after the Ranjambi and all ministers will give no content Kanyan Tambana. Ning nanje momi an ko fa tamu no fa tam factories gani be one of the viewers are they still watching the Gambian Talents TV and we here Nasser farm factory and manufacturing where the unfortunate fire outbreak happened at the early hours of Tuesday. So it's now sharing pleasantries which are actually working here and also we've seen him accompanied by some of his cabinet ministers as well. So, according to the people that we interviewed yesterday, over 50 Gambians are actually employed in this factory, and this is where they get the employment from and also the feeding of their family as well. So, His Excellency via Aputa Ranjang, Kanyum Bilaji Mialampo. With regards to the fire that occurred at the early hours of Tuesday, destruction that happened yesterday. As a we will to the cause of the fire has not been established yet. And to know actually is the cause of it.
Excellency, but thank God is good. These are more important to me. But these losses, I think the good power and whatever you have life, do you have an assessment? Not yet, Excellency. We see according to the issues is coming Friday, so expert, I don't know. Okay, I will listen to them to the maximum, no problem for me. We'll be happy just to finish sooner process so I can re-establish a new system, new work process. I have to do. I cannot do that work like that. I must go back to the same business because everybody wanted to do it. So I will do what the great power. Just waiting for great power for the report, for police report, everything will be sooner possible. And that's we make a second plan. Second plan. Of course, I cannot do. Everybody have to. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes, sir.
It's as I have mentioned earlier on, His Excellency President Barrow today is actually here to have a first-hand information. Yesterday in the early hours of Tuesday, which consumed a lot of valuables in this particular factory called Nasser factory. So His Excellency President Barrow is now actually going around the place to actually have first-hand information. So as you are watching now, as you are watching His Excellency President Barrow today is here to have a first-hand information with regards to the fire outbreak that occurred yesterday at the early hours of Tuesday, where a factory at the outskirts of Banjul was burned to ashes. This particular factory, that is the Nasser factory, is said to have a lot of valuables which is consumable, is here today to see for himself. Sarole Jamaica Fatikono Nigeria His Excellency President Barrow factory to nyalong ko ita matlang ni tayal ni works sirang wala taki dara His Excellency nak akitat multi nyalong ko
Kotu station, Serakunda, and they all came to support. Yeah, they all came to support.
My comment.
But the
Thank you to see you and subscribe to you.
it's okay.
Yes, thank you very much.
Have any questions?
Yes, sir. Based on the briefings that you have got from your officials, you can tell the press how fire started and the implications it have on this building here and the company here.
Yes, I got this news very early in the morning. I think I was called by my Minister of Interior. He called me as early as I think around 6:30 to 7 o'clock. that there is a fire outbreak at this factory here, and the fire service are doing everything possible to contain the fire. Especially one of their strategy was to make sure the fire didn't spread. But there are a lot of institutions around here, and we have to commend the fire service for that. They were able to secure that, or else the damage would have been more than this. But as a head of state and president, it's part of my responsibility to make sure I know what is happening, and I try to do everything possible to be there physically to assess what have happened. They say seeing is believing. They have been briefing me, but I say now I have to come and see for myself. And this business has been here for a long. I think a lot of Gambians have benefited from this business, from customers, government, and also the workers. And I think they are doing different type of businesses, and they are paying taxes to government, so that means they are growing the economy and creating jobs. It's a very important institution, and he is a household name. Definitely, all what people are saying is he is a very generous man. He was very accommodating, and he was very, very social. You know, even myself, even before presidency, I was coming to this place, you know, to purchase some goods from him. But he has always been very, very friendly. One thing government will do is to make sure that there is a joint investigation. That is the sectors, you know, the fire service and the partner institutions will set up an investigation to make sure we know exactly what causes the fire and see how best we can avoid such occurrence happening. This is one of government policies, and we will try to do that. But I am happy for one thing. When I asked him whether he is insured, he said he is insured. I think that is very, very important. I think all business people, or people who are running businesses, should learn from him that you don't work for profit alone. You know, you have to make sure that you protect your business by insuring your business. I think that is very important. And also when we bill, most of the time if people bill, they look at security only. They don't look at safety. And that is also something that we have to look at in this country. You know, people bill, and the security aspect of it, they try to do that. But the safety aspect is always a problem. It's important. But technicians will look at that also and see how do we look at all these areas, security and safety together. But on my behalf and on behalf of the Gambian people and my government, we sympathize with the owner of the business, and assure him that government will give him all the support necessary during these trying moments for him. But hence we are all Muslims, or we are believers. We should have faith, you know, and move on. Definitely it's a very serious damage. I was asking whether they have done the assessment of what is the commercial value of what is damage, but I think the assessment is not yet ready. But I've seen the insurance company that he insured with is here to also work with him and maybe do the assessment to know what is the level of damage. But hence he is secured that they have protected his business. So, but we thank the fire service and thank the people who came to support them to make sure that the fire is contained and it is spread to affect other areas. Journalists and everybody, we thank everybody. But to assure him that government is still with him and we will continue to work with him in the best interest of this country. Basically, that's why we are here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, you've heard it from His Excellency President Barrow, and he says he's here because it is one of his responsibilities as the head of state, and he commended the Gambia Fire and Rescue Service.
What we are doing for this country, as a government also will assure you, we will look into your welfare and see how best we can support you and how best we can put resources at your disposal so that you can do a better service and efficient service for this country. But definitely we appreciate what you are doing and we encourage you that you are doing a very, very good job. So on that note, we thank you on behalf of the government and the people of this country. And on behalf, we say a big thank you and congratulations. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Before we start forward.
You've heard it from the president, like I said earlier on. He says he's here as the head of state, and of course it is part of his responsibilities. So His Excellency President Adam Barrow did commend the Gambia Fire Rescue Service for standing and putting up the fire since yesterday. He also mentioned of Gambians, many Gambians are benefiting from this company, and to be honest, he says that it is devastating, to actually lose so many valuables as well. So His Excellency, what stood out for me is His Excellency President Adam Barrow said that he is going to, together with the Gambia Fire Rescue Service and other stakeholders, will have a joint investigation to look into the matters of this occurrence. So His Excellency President Adam Barrow also made mention of whether there is a need for, to know the root cause of what exactly happened. So as you're seeing on your screens, His Excellency is still talking to the owners and
Intervention. Anytime. Thank you so much. I will be communicating you to the Minister of Trade. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, that's it from us today here in Saro, where His Excellency President Adam Barrow is leaving now the scene here, and still when the media. President Adam Barrow, he said that there will be a joint investigation to look into the matters of today's event, and he commended the Gambia Fire Service, who actually was seen since yesterday to put up the fire. Still, encourage Gambians, in terms of insurance and all. So that's it from us here in Saro.
dama ne junjug rek na gar mi day waaj waa fan la fii la ci qualité Getzner and moo bi lan la seetal Getzner yaa ngi nii boroda yaa ngi nii mu ne déedéet boroda jigéen rek du ko sol damay indi boroda jigéen indi boroda góor laaw la cat kii daal ne na xam nga lu muy bañ ñoo dugg ci bitig bi ne nangam lay ut ñu ne amut lépp lu jigéen di soxla rek mu ngi ci bitig bii rawat na nag tubaarikàlla scrub yi nga xam ne moo xew si jamono ndax nee na buggatul benn yaram yàqu scrub yaa ngi nii body scrub yi face scrub yaa ngi day and night loo bugg rek ci jigéen mu ngi ci bitig bii cuuraay yaa ngi fi house spray yaa ngi fi waaye foundation yi ana powder yi qualité Getzner fii nag la am ci Westfield qualité Getzner nëbuwul maa ngi ni kuy nëbbatu du ko wax mu ngi ne fanga ca kaw nag call at 753 4495 2500